Welcome back to the East End Sportsplex, the Keith Miller Arena. Fans starting to file their way back in after getting warmed up. I'm going to the concession stands here for the Maple Leafs. It was a happy second intermission, a lot of smiles there. Maple Leaf fans, of course. And for Moncton, a little bit shock. Down by 5. Just talking to a gentleman here during the intermission as it plays back underway that they still have some firepower. That 5-0 with what they have, it's going to be tough. But if there's ever a team here at the Athletics that could probably pull off, it is this Moncton Rally Nissan Flyers here out of New Brunswick. 27-6-2, first place in the New Brunswick PEI Major Midget Hockey League. There's a shot there by Lucas Cormier. They love to get him going. And that's stopped by Fisher as he dangled in, made a nice little cut and went towards the middle and did fire a shot. Of course, he's a lefty, and that's stopped by Fisher. And that's the tough task you got to face when you get your chances. You got to bury him by Fisher, but Fisher has been stellar between the pipes here for the Maple Leafs. And with that one, the shot on goal there. The shots are 21-20 now in favor of Moncton. 21 stops here for Fisher. Fisher out of St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. Good season he had in the Newfoundland Major Midget Hockey League. Sent back down here is Osmond now. Looks up. Takes his time as Moncton has iced the puck here. 56 ticks gone here in the third period. Kind of really expecting so far here in the championships tight games, but it hasn't been the case so far. 8-2. The Dartmouth Steel Subaru Major Midgets over the Kensington Monaghan Farms Wild. And this one is 5-0 in favor of the Maple Leafs. And, well, a little bit of an icing party here. Minute 6 gone here in the third period. There's back-to-back icings here for the Flyers. Said the Flyers came in here 20 straight wins. Have to date back to the calendar year of 2017, December 30th for their first loss. And out there almost getting close to that first loss of 2018. As that's blocked and we get back down into the Leaf zone. Parsons here. Fans on it, turns it over, and Cole Cormier set it up out front, but there was nobody there in a white jersey. That's what forechecking and pressure can do for you. Trying to one-hand it there was Knight there for the Leafs. He does on a second chance opportunity, and this will allow Yannick Bork to try to spit away there for the Flyers. Flyers hoping for a goal here early to maybe try to climb their way back into this one. We're coming up to 2 left to go. Big hit that gets the reaction here of the crowd here at the East End Sportsplex. Dumped in. Fisher thought about playing it, decides to let it go, and it goes towards the corner. And here on the hash marks, the near side boards. Gallant there tried to hold the line and does. Wrist shot. Fisher down, and he's down on all fours and everything, and then Flyers crashed the net there. Fisher made the save, but left a big juicy rebound, and like sharks looking for meat, the Flyers were pressing towards the net, but they were unable to find anything. Play is stopped, and Fisher holds his ground and keeps his you-know-what intact. Leafs with a face-off win. French now. French along with McCarthy. McCarthy tried to fix one of the straps on his helmet here. That's why he's sort of trailing the player. As the French and McCarthy line out here for the Maple Leafs. Hits a stick. Oh, there's a heavy collision, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody has a big ouchie bro, and it's French. Slow to get up, but at least he did get up. Nicholas French, number 18, you see him there. A heavy collision there seconds ago. Coming up to 3 minutes gone here. Alexander French. McCarthy unable to handle it cleanly. Will send it in behind the boards. Nicholas French there And we have play stopped as the net's off its moorings once again. Both teams make changes here, just 2 seconds past the 3-minute mark. Seymour Goss brothers line, they have been pretty dangerous, so. Linesman go over there, give it a couple of extra pushes here, make sure that it can actually stay on its pegs this time. And it's a bit of a scramble draw. Leafs for trying to get something going, and Moncton there snuffs it out, so now they have a chance to break 3 wide out. Here they go. Smith, Hebert, as well as Richard, the forward line, the top line here for the Moncton Flyers. 3.5 gone here in the third. They need goals. Hebert, shot is blocked, doesn't get through. Leafs do a fantastic job. Brothers there getting in the way of that one. Goss has got one goal here this afternoon. One of the 5 goal scorers there. And they're trying to jam away. Hebert has an open net. And how did Fisher stop those? Waved off just like that, and Fisher holds ground again. And the Flyers are saying, what do we have to do to get one? Hebert had a little bit of an open net and was unable to get it. And they kept on trying. Dark out here along with Poirier and Cole Stewart. William Bourque and Nicholas Bourque manning the defense here for the Flyers. You may see a little bit of a short pitch here by John DeCourcy, but we'll have to wait and see. Just past 4 minutes got here in the third period. The Leafs look a little bit scrambly and does get outside the line as dumping it in as Nicholas Bourque. Delayed offside. They touch up and they're okay as the puck goes back down in the Flyer zone. Poirier now gets that pass, trying to go wide there on Martel, protect the puck. Things start to get a little physical there in the far side. Takes a funny bounce. Martel settles it down, spins away there from Dark. Puts a lead pass up ahead into the skates there of a couple of players. Knight will follow up, but a nice stick there by the Flyers, poke it out of the way. And in transition they go. They break out 3. Dark there with the shot. Fisher to save. He keeps the play going on. Plays the puck towards the corner. Here's Osmond now. Takes a little bit of a slight bump here as Dyer's out here on a line with Goss and Martel. Norman following up there. Can he get there in time? Yes, he does. Brothers now. Goss, pardon me. Back to the blue line. Osmond now shot, scores! Seeing eye shot. 55 feet out, makes it 6-0. See if there was a deflection. I'll say it's Osmond. Osmond does get it. .5:13 here of the third period. And for the folks in Moncton who are tuning in, if they can, it's the scoreboard right in the corner of the screen watching online. It is 6-0. But the Flyers have outshot the Maple Leafs 24-21. Winter hoping here to get things. Fisher gets a piece of it and steers it in behind the net. And back the Leafs break out again. Fisher has been fantastic. 25 stops here so far. Flyers are saying, what do we got to do? I know I said that a couple of minutes ago, but literally, what are they going to do to get one past Fisher? He's been stellar. Bastarash sets it back. Winter has his pocket picked and diving. Puck goes up in the air. Was McCarthy that dove in the first place. Here's Nicholas Fritsch there. McCarthy calling for it, but it's got to be Fritsch, and that went way high. Let's see, way over the netting and into the crowd. And making sure that everybody's got their chiclets there in place. They seem to be okay. 6 minutes and 12 seconds gone in the third. I've never ever seen that before where it even clears the netting. There's a small little hole for it to go through, and they got it up. That was impressive. Back to the play here. 13:40 left to go. Third period. Nicholas French sends it to an open wing, and this will allow Nicholas Bastarash to come up with it here for the Flyers as they try to break out. They'll get a second chance to do it. Back out center ice it is. William Bork will dump it in. Parsons first back there for the Maple Leafs. McCarthy. Nice little small pass there to French. Nicholas French blows a tire. Allows the Flyers to dump it in, but it doesn't stay there for too long as the Leafs will dump it in, and they'll get some changes made here as we come up to 7 gone here in the third period. French there lowers the boom there on Forsyth. Welcome to the major midget leagues there as Forsyth's in his first year after playing for the Dieppe Flyers. Hardest hit of the game here. Gotten the reaction here of the crowd here at the ECAT Sportsplex. Goss now as the Leafs are starting to dangle, starting to put some pressure on it. Scores! Wrap around. Seymour. And if you had hats, you'd throw them onto the ice, but there's no sense because, well, there's a netting there. If they fake it, that's good enough. 7-0, touchdown, Maple Leafs. And some people here have decided to leave the arena. I almost think this is the best way to actually, if you're going to lose your hat at the hockey game, have it in netting. Throw it off the netting and then catch it. Comes back to you. Penalty coming up. This is going against the Maple Leafs, so the Flyers here, as McKenna didn't get to the bench in time. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes and 50 seconds. And as a result of it being the goal merging that it is, we are now into nonstop time. So this is what they do, is it's sort of like the version of mercy rule in softball. And when you get a penalty, it's a 3-minute penalty. So now the clock is nonstop for the remainder. So, I mean, what this does, it makes it really even harder to come back now for Moncton because now the clock won't stop. 3-minute penalty here. 11 and a half left to go here in this third period. Cole Stewart, and it's been that type of afternoon as he was unable to handle the pass and put himself offside as he forgot the puck outside the blue line, so they'll bring it back out here on the draw. The Maple Leaf zone just outside the blue line. 11:07 and counting. And I mean, if this is not a statement game by the St. John's Maple Leafs, I don't know what is. Goss called for the hook. The only thing that really is up in the air right now is, well, the you-know-what, the unmentionable. And I know that the fans watching back home, St. John's, Newfoundland, are probably saying, don't say that word, and I won't yet. But you know where I'm going with this. But I don't want to be a reason for a jinx there to Senior Fisher. As he makes a stop there, scrambling there, but the Flyers unable to get a shot on a second chance. So coming up to the halfway point, the Leafs find a hole and send it down right to McKenna, and he'll put the paddle down to stop that. Both teams will make changes coming up to the halfway point here of the third period. Leafs roll it in. Trying to kill some more seconds off. 1 minute left in the Goss penalty. Lucas Cormier made a nice move but lost the biscuit. Here's Cole Stewart now trying to set up. Cole Cormier there, sharp angle shot. Fisher has it. And this is why you have the quick clock here. Why the clock keeps going, as I mentioned. not much time in terms of shenanigans and stuff, and nothing really too dangerous there in terms of fisticuffs or anything, or in terms of rough play after the whistle. So 9:17 and counting, 20 seconds left at the Goss penalty. He signals towards the bench if he's supposed to go over or stay on. Didn't quite see what coach said, but we'll see in a matter of seconds anyway, as there's 8 seconds left in the penalty, as the Leafs are keeping the Flyers to the outside here. Hebert has the puck. Spins there. It's a little bit too far to Hayes. Goss will join the play. 8:50 left to go, and a touchdown lead here by the Leafs. Hebert with a shot. Fisher makes the stop. How did he see that? Lots of traffic out front there, and he came up with his 28th stop. Bouncing in the air, and Fisher says, I'm doing my best Ken Reagan impression. Here's he comes up with that nice little dandy, and those young people are saying, who's Ken Reagan? Well, get your Google out and check it out. Nice little glove save. He made that save. Ken Reagan did back in 1986 for their Leafs run. But that shows you that a goaltender's on when he's making saves like that. 8 minutes left to go and counting. Reminder to everybody that we'll have our triple header, our third game here tonight, 8 o'clock. Cole Harbour Pro Hockey Life Wolfpack will take on the Kensington Monaghan Farms Wild. And there'll be the opening ceremonies as well. Loose puck there. Fisher has it underneath him. That's his 30th shot he's faced. I wonder if Ed Oates is happy with the way this third period has gone here for the Maple Leafs. They've had a lead, but they seem to be, the Flyers seem to be just controlling the play, just unable to get a good shot. Well, they've had good shots, as that's steered there on a shot there by Gallant, steered by Fisher towards the netting. Just to finish my point, it seems like they've sort of laid back. I'm not sure he'll be happy with this third period here by the Leafs. Last shot doesn't count as a shot of goal, as it was going wide of the net, but it was steered by Fisher as he adjusts his face mask here. 6:40 left to go. Flyers just hoping to break the eggs here. Get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Another penalty coming up here to the Leafs. And it's a holding penalty. Yeah, I'd say that this third period, not the greatest of periods, but it was 5-0 after 2. They got a couple of more goals to make it 7-0. And of course, that's why we're into like the mercy rules effect of the clock not stopping here. 3-minute penalty, 6 minutes left to go. So if there's anything here, they could kill some of this clock here. They could send it down the ice and don't have to worry about an icing call. Stewart there. Lucas Cormier keeps it alive. There's Cole Cormier trying to spin away, get things started. Norman tried to clear, put it right into the shin guards of a few players, so it stays there inside the Leaf zone. Basharash gives it goes. Cole Cormier stopped. They're having some great passing and nice dangling. Fisher has it. He didn't think he did, but Fisher with his 33rd stop of the afternoon. And you can see that he's gassed because he had to do a lot of moving as the Flyers passing was crisp and quick. But they were unable to get anything by Fisher, and it stays 7-0. Winter gets the return pass from Gallant. The shot, and Fisher has that. His 34th stop. And now it's starting to turn into the Michael Fisher show starring Michael Fisher, as he's stopping all kinds of rubber here this afternoon. Flyers are pressing here. Leafs want a call. Puck went up the ice. Fans reacted. I was following the play. I didn't see what happened, but the Leaf players weren't too happy. The Leaf fans weren't too happy. In the meantime, the Leafs send it down the ice. Things may start to get a little bit ugly. Delay penalty coming up here to the Leafs. The Leafs get possession of the puck. It's Duty there, and Forsyth and Knight sort of bump there after the whistle. And the Leaf players showing a little bit of frustration. It must have been a hit behind the play. It was up ice, and all of a sudden things starting to get a little bit chippy here as a tripping call. So it's a 2-man advantage now here for the Flyers. 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to go. And the clock stopped here. They put 2 minutes up there, so that got a little bit of a reaction here from the crowd. So it's a 5-on-3 here for the Flyers. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. 20 seconds left in the first minor penalty there to the Leafs. Yeah, they played good 40 minutes. I don't know if the Leafs, thought they had this game in their back pocket, but the Flyers have just found their game. But, man, it's just maybe a little bit too little too late as the first penalty's over. It's 5-on-4, and fun in the hole was Flynn there. Didn't quite get it down all the way, but enough there that they could get some fresh penalty killers out here. Goss and Seymour, as well as Osmond and Norman there are the penalty killers here for the Leafs. 2:47 left to go, a minute left, and the penalties that set down the ice. You can hear the Leaf fans making noise and appreciating things, and even a Ric Flair woo to boot. 2:35 left to go. Forsyth a little bit too far. McCarthy spinning away from Forsyth, finds the hole, and back down it goes. McKenna comes out, settles it down there for Nicholas Bork. 36 seconds left in the penalty. A 5-on-3, now a 5-on-4, and it's 30 seconds away from being a powerless power play here for the Flyers, as they are having a hard time getting past center ice. Now they do. Jackson with the drop pass, but Goss right there and sends it down the rest of the way. 10 seconds left to go. One final dash here for the Flyers on this power play. Forsyth unable to pull the trigger. Penalty's over. The Maple Leaf player not too much of a hurry to go join the play, still on the penalty area. There must be something that the folks here at the East Hat Sportsplex and myself don't know. It must be sort of have to do with that clock stopping sort of thing. Minute and 13 left to go. We'll get a lot of puzzled looks, including me as well. A minute left to go. I imagine it's probably a 3-minute penalty, so he's probably there for a good portion. They'll let him know as the final minute of play is announced here in the building and the clock winds down. I imagine that's what it is. It's a 3-minute because of the non-stop clock as a result of the goal differential being 6 or more, and that's where we are at. So 39 seconds and counting here. The only thing that's up for grabs now, I will say the word probably with 5 seconds left to go. It gets out to center ice area. 21 seconds left to go. Gauguin gets the return pass. And they'll set it right up the middle for the icing here. And that will do it. 35 saves. A shutout here for Michael Fisher. Leaf fans showing their appreciation. And their officials not even going to bother to drop the puck there. Back in the Moncton zone as the horn will go to end this third period. All Maple Leafs a 7-0 win. Regan Seymour with the hat trick. Fisher with the 35 save performance. And if anything, what this has done here, as the Maple Leafs have said, okay, Dartmouth, Cole Harbour, Kensington, we're here. You guys better not overlook us. A dominating 7-0 win, and based upon the way the season went for the Moncton Flyers, 20 straight wins. They have their first loss in 2018, and it came here at the Atlantics here in East Hants, here in beautiful Lance, Nova Scotia. Tough pill to swallow here for this team, Moncton, but the thing is, it's a round robin, so the first two teams, of course, are the teams that qualify for the gold medal at Sunday at 1 o'clock. So there's a chance here to bounce back tomorrow, put this one away, and regroup. Teams are lining up. There's a player of the game presentation, and we'll take it down to ice level for that.
Jason Coleman, president of the Nova Scotia Major Division Hockey League, and sponsored by True Hockey and Grow Hockey Life. Congratulations to this afternoon's player of the game from the St. John Maple Leafs, number 9, Nicholas Goss.
Nick Goss, the player of the game there. The president of the Nova Scotia Major Division Hockey League making the presentation, and a nice little twig to go. So he gets a nice little twig there for his efforts here this afternoon. So 7-0 the final. The St. John's Maple Leafs over the Moncton Flyers. Kind of have to say it's a little bit of a shocker here, but we're hoping that maybe tonight here the Cole Harbour Wolfpack will take on the Kensington Monaghan Farms Wild. Will be closer than our two games today. They have not been too close at all. 8-2 and this one 7-0. So we'll be back at 8 o'clock here for game number 3 of our triple hitter between the Cole Harbour Pro Hockey Life Wolfpack